Welcome back. This is week 2 of our holiday flex, and we are here with Jen and Rachel. We're going to get right into it, reminding you these are total body workouts, so you can hit all the body parts if you're short on time or a couple days this week. So equipment you're going to need is your resistance bands, your long ones, some light and some heavy. You're going to want a heavier band for a lat pull down. And then I want you to have variable levels of dumbbells because we are hitting legs and upper body in our total body workouts, as well as a small set of dumbbells or something you can elevate your heels on. So let's get right into the warm up. We're going to start with 10 body weight squats. Go ahead and lower down on an inhale and then exhale as you come on up. So keep going, 10 of those. When we're done with 10, we're going to come into 10 jump squats. So we're just trying to get that total body blood flow going. Heavy through the heels. I want you to connect heels to glutes as you come up. Shift that body weight back into the heels and then exhale as you come up. Get that core strategy going on. When we're done with 10, we're coming into jump squats, or we're gonna rise up on our toes. So Jen is doing that mod and Rachel is doing the full thing. So 10 jump squats, exhale, inhale, catch, keep going. When we're done with that, we will meet on the ground for some inchworms. Nice, so if you're doing the mod, you're rising onto the toes, we're keeping the ribs over the pelvis, always prioritizing that stacked alignment, and then we're coming down to the ground. We're gonna inchworm to a push-up, and then those hips come back. Rachel's gonna drop to her knees, do that for you, pop on back up. Just 3 of those, so that core brings the hips back as you come to that standing position. Working through the front body. When we're done with 3, we're heading into 3 burpees. These do not have to be super intense. So we are going to step back. If you need to modify, you can lower on down, step on up, rise up onto the toes, or you can do the full burpee, either thrusting back, coming up for that jump. Now you're just getting warm, so that's okay. Do whatever feels good to you. Just 3 of those. And then we are gonna come into resistance band pull through. So go ahead and grab your long band, hold it shoulder width or slightly apart, and then we're gonna come back around and over, 10 of those. Nice job. So go as far as you can with that available range of motion that you have. Again, make sure those ribs stay in line. Nice job, get that breath strategy on. Jen is breathing. How many are we at? Remember, I know.
10.
10. All right, take your band, put it under your feet. We're gonna do some shoulder flexion. We're coming all the way up and overhead. 10 of those. Nice job. Keep going. What do we got on those?
7. 8.
Nice. All right, so let's get into what our first superset looks like. As a reminder, yes, these are total body workouts, but we will have more of a main lift emphasis, so you know you'll still be hitting some squats, some upper body kind of thing as you're going through these 3 weeks. So that means we're starting with a heel elevated goblet squat. You've seen these variations before. I'm gonna steal Rachel's weights real quick. Bringing the heels up so we can bring our center of gravity back. Grab a heavy weight. We are working in the 8 rep range, which means you can go pretty heavy here. Front rack here, inhale down, exhale as you come up. So that elevated heel really lets us shift our weight back into the back of our body. And then we're coming down to the ground and we are doing seated leg raises. So you're gonna exhale, draw in before you lift up and over. That is the more advanced version. You can bend your knees and do that same thing. So inhale, exhale, draw in, up and over. That's your modification. We are doing 16 of those. So I'm gonna let Rachel and Jen get ready. They're grabbing their weights to elevate their heels. Grab a challenging weight. You're doing this 4 times. Yeah, sideways is good. Yep. So grab a challenging weight. No, we're not doing tons of progressive overload over these 3 weeks, but we can still get some heavy weights going from where we were before. It looks like they're both ready. They're gonna rack their weight, get your exhale and core on, and go ahead and get to work whenever you're ready. 8 heel elevated goblets. Inhale down, exhale up, nice. Try to get that depth of squat. Remember, you can always shave off your range of motion so you can make it less deep. If you feel symptomatic, a front rack is challenging. Come on down, have a seat, get your weight ready so you can do those leg lift overs. We're supersetting these movements and then we will take our break. So nice tall spine. Get your exhale on. Nice job. So Jen's working the full version, long legs. Rachel is doing a slight modification for us with bent knees. Remember, you can also change the angle of your spine, so the more you lean back, the easier it's gonna be for you. So lots of ways between bending the knees and changing that angle where our hands are to make it easier or harder. So if you're real upright, it's gonna be a lot harder. 16 of those. Any other core modification is always available that you've seen before and that you know you can do really well. So they're done. We're gonna take a quick break.
Great.
How you feeling today, Jen?
Great.
Good?
Love the total body.
It is fun. It's a fun switch up to go from our very heavy progressive overload. We need to have times where we deload. It's fun to focus on some total body. And especially, like we've said many times, around the holidays, you're busy, you've got lots of things going on. Instead of skipping your workout, maybe you only do 2 or 3. That way you know you're hitting all the planes of movement and not feeling guilty about it. So if you show up, we want you to show up and be present. I know it's hard when you feel like you've got a million things to do, but if you press play, be present for the whole thing, really enjoy it. It will give you more energy going into your day. All right. Let's start to get ready. It's always a process. So we have a few more minutes in our rest, but by the time you get the heels up, grab your weight, yada, yada, you know.
How many times through?
8. So we're doing 4 times through total. We are doing 8. We're done with our rest, so go ahead. Nice. So Jen's hitting nice depth of squat. Get those hips low if you can. Spine is upright. Again, this elevated heels is gonna let you get that depth while shifting your body weight back. Nice elevated sternum on Jen, so we're not gonna push pressure out. Good job. Nice job, Rachel. And then we meet back on the ground for those leg lift up and overs. So you exhale, draw up and in before those legs move. Nice job. Good, Rachel. Nice job, Jen. Make your pace match how you can do your activation pattern. So we're halfway done with our first superset. It is that goblet squat. You are not gonna see very many heavy legs today, so can you prioritize this main lift? Can you pick up a heavier weight for these next 2? I promise you the next 2 supersets in a row are only upper body. So also keep that in mind. Can you pick up a heavier weight and see what you can do for today? Okay. That's all right. Did you see how I did that there? Jen went and picked up a heavier one. That's right.
Sneaky motivation right there.
But it is true. If you know that you're not going to, it's not like you're seeing an entire cycle of hip thrusts and split squat lunges and Bulgarians. You're like, all right.
You can go heavier.
I can go heavier.
The last set taught us that. The heavy set.
That's right. That is right. You learned that in the 6 weeks on that very progressive one where we had you go max. All right, rest is over. Let's get into third round here. Nice job. Nice. I like the audible exhales. Push through the heels still, even though they're elevated. Heel to glute connection. Nice job, Jen. Good job, Rachel. They both went heavy. Coming down to the ground, get that core work in. I'm not sure if we have too many holiday jokes for you this week. We'll see what we can come up with. We really nailed it for Thanksgiving time. Dad jokes, mom jokes, all the things. Nice job. Keep on going. 16 of these again, just to remind you.
Those catch up with you.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, they should. They should catch up at some point. All right, nice job. They're both done. We are taking our rest. Then we're going to start one more time through. So again, can you go a little bit heavier on our last set? I love when Jen goes, well, I guess I have to if I'm up here, and she said that. I will say, Jen texted me after one of the last workouts and said, I'm not sore. I could have gone heavier.
I said, not that sore. Let me rephrase it. That sore. Like I could still walk.
Of course we want you to walk.
You did say you were going to hold me to it, so.
I did, but I keep forgetting my 70 pounds, Janet.
All right, we'll go up. We'll try the 45s.
All right, I like it. All right, let's do it last time through on this fun superset, main lift.
Feels like a super lift.
It is like a super lift at these big old goblets. I mean, come on, you cannot be doing a goblet squat with a small weight. That doesn't really emanate goblet status. Nice job, you guys. Keep on going. This is the last big main lift. Exhale through it. Let's go. Nice job. All right. Sit your butt on the ground. Get into those leg lifts. See, we give your legs a break here. Very thoughtful sequencing. And, you know, like Jen said, these catch up with you. If you started with the full extension and it's something you can do really well, I'm going to challenge you to keep up with it for the 4th round. However, you know my clarification is always, if you're losing your strategy, you're losing your pattern, it's not going to benefit you to do it. So go ahead and bend the knees, take that modification, and slow down if you need it. All right, that first lift and superset is out of the way. We're coming into a push-pull superset. It is 3 times through. We're gonna come down to the ground, and we are going to do, just gonna grab these weights, we are going to do a decline chest press. The way we're gonna decline is by holding an isometric bridge. Exhale, so you're gonna press through those heels the whole time. That means the core is on, a little bit more core work. So you're probably not gonna go as heavy as you can on a bench. Now we're blocked from extreme range of motion by the floor, that's okay. We're using our total body today. So we are going to do a decline chest press. Your mod is just being all the way down to the ground. And then we are gonna come into a chest fly. So you've seen these before many times. Pick a weight that will be challenging but doable for you 3 times through. Got it? Oh, good question. How many? We are doing 10 of each of those. So in that rep range, what can you do? Moderately heavy, also taking into account if you are holding in that glute bridge, it's gonna be a little more challenging. So maybe you're not gonna go as super duper heavy. When you're ready, they're gonna get started. So Jen is doing the decline bridge hold. Rachel's gonna show you what your mod is, which is just keeping that back down. Really just focus on the chest here, and that's okay. So as you press away, that core zips up and in. Nice job. And then we are doing a chest fly. So we're gonna bring those palms out and then together. 10 of those as well. If you need to take a break in between, you can. Your fly may not be as able as heavy as your press. Depends what you picked up. As those arms come out to the side, that's our hardest point. Make sure that core stays on and engaged. That ground can, behind you and underneath you, can give you that feedback. Good.
Yeah, I feel like I could go heavier with the press
Yep.
than the fly.
Yep. So then if you've noticed that just like Jen did, have your various sets nearby. You could drop your weights after your chest press, pick up the other ones for your fly. Totally okay.
Try it with a. Try it with a lot heavier. See how that works.
Yep. And then again, just that little fun challenge, a little way to sneak in some more total body with that glute bridge hold. If you feel like it's too much to manage your breathing, your activation, you take the mod, totally fine as well. We're really highlighting more of that upper body. But yeah, pick up a different set of weights if you need to. Change between your press and your fly. We are only doing this 3 times through.
Okay.
What'd you go with for your press?
I did a 12, and now I'm going to go to a 17 and a half.
12 to 17 and a half. What's your heavy press on a bench? For like reference, if they're at home trying to figure out what can you heavy press?
Maybe 25. 20
25s?
to 25s.
So Jen's about like 8 pounds different from what she could press if we were just doing a heavy isolated bench press.
I don't know.
All right, let's get back into it. Second set, decline press. All right, so Jen's pressing through the heels. Got those glutes lifted, but she's not arching through the back, which means as those arms come down, she's not gonna let those ribs press out. Nice job. Exhale through that full press. Inhale to lower. I'm going to remind you guys too, you can keep your head down, but Jen has hers up. She does struggle with vertigo. If you've been here before, you've heard that. And so keeping just that slight elevation for her helps.
I'm going to go back to, wait, these are 12s.
So Jen's swapping weights for the fly. Rachel's going ham. She's doing the same thing that she's doing for the press. I like it. If you can do that, totally take that challenge. 10 and 10. Trying to make it easy on you today. Truth be told, easy for me too. Like, I can't be remembering these things. Don't do 8 and 10. That'll be confusing. Nice job. Nice job. Those last 3 were a little tricky for them. Hopefully they were for you as well. The same concepts apply. I know we're not doing heavy progressive overload, but we can still maintain and work towards those threshold points. So last 3 to 5, challenging but doable. And then we only have one more time through. So after that, we're gonna come into a little back work and a little shoulder work. So can you go a little heavier, or are you in a good place for your last set?
I might try heavier with the press. But the chest fly.
The flies are hard. Flies are harder. But yeah, have some weights nearby. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You drop the weights, you grab the other ones. No harm, no foul.
Doesn't work out on video.
If it doesn't work out on video, we have forever immortalized it for Jen, and we'll send it to her.
Just like in the cool down.
Jen does not like stretching or warming up or cooling down.
It's like to get in, get done, finish it, leave.
All right, Jen, let's get it in and get it done then. Last time through
right,
on our push-pull superset.
Oh, these are heavy. I don't know how this
You got it. You got it.
All right, let's see.
Pick up that weight, let it feel heavy, and then push it through that range of motion 10 more times. Nice job. Working hard. This is your chest emphasis for the day. We got back and shoulders, so let that go. Let it burn out. Make those last 3 challenging. Good job. Grunting. We've got the grunts. I like it. Nice. She did it.
Those were 22 and a half.
All right. 10 chest flies if you're working on par with them, or if you're still doing your press. We'll wrap it up with 10 chest flies. Ooh, nice job, Rachel. I like it. She's shaking and quaking. She picked a challenging weight for those flies. Not easy. Good job, Jen. All right. Nice job, you guys. All right, I'm gonna show you what to expect for our push-pull superset that we're coming into. Again, I told you it's gonna be back and shoulders. So I'm gonna throw that band up real quick, and we are gonna start out with an upright row. Okay, inhale down, exhale, draw up and in. We are not coming higher than the shoulders, so you see where my elbow line is with those. Then we're gonna come down to a tall seat, and we're gonna do a seated lat pull down. Nice tall seat, exhale, squeeze. We're not gonna be rocking back and forth or sending our neck forward. So that's it, 10 and 10. Again, making it easy. Upright row, banded lat pull. If you need to double up on bands for your lat pull, you can do that. Upright row is first. We're only doing 10, so again, pretty heavy. What can you pick in that threshold? You guys ready? Go ahead. Nice. Stay grounded through those feet, so find that tripod foot. Try to minimize any sort of momentum from the legs. Nice. Hold, feel that squeeze at the top through that full exhale. Nice job, Jen. Lat pull down. Try to get there. Get a nice tall seat. Get your core on.
How many?
10. Nice job. Nice job, you guys. Lat pull down. Like our main lift, you'll see some more pull-ups in one of our main lifts. All right. Nice job. They're both right on the same cadence. Let's take a quick break. Again, this one is only 3 times through as well. So keep that in mind when you're picking weights. Yep, take a break, get some water. It's nice to get a little break between the body parts. I mean, they're both like, I enjoy both. I enjoy like feeling the progressive fatigue from just like a body part focus, and then it's fun to kind of come into these and just hit everything. However, this is the way my mind works. When I have total body, sometimes I like to just get certain movements done. So I feel like I can like leave it behind for the week.
Yeah.
So then if I know like, oh, I could see a Bulgarian split squat like on Thursday, it's a mental game.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're all done. They're all done for the week. I won't see that again for 6 days. All right, let's get back. Upright row, 10 reps. Nice. You can see both of them, visible exhale, core activation happening on that exertion point, which is the lift. I need your last 3 to be challenging, so I want to see the struggle. Good, Jen. See the struggle. All righty. Back to our lat pull down. If you feel like being a boss and doing a pull-up, go ahead. Go on with your bad self. We're cool with that. Nice job. So a little extra core work here when we take this tall seat versus sitting on something like a bench, right? We've got to have that core on, and then we just feel see the movement from the upper body, the arms. Awesome. All right, just like that, we are 2/3 of the way through. We've got one more time through on that, and then we come into a little bicep, tricep action and some core, and then a fun little finisher, and that's it. So we really did hit all the body parts today. Look at that. All right, we're gonna rest a little bit longer, so we're still gonna take that. So can you go heavier on your rows? Can you double up your band on your lat pulls?
I made the mistake of doubling up on the band before, okay?
That was the straight arm pull down. I think you could.
That was no joke, to double up.
hard.
Double up with one of these guys.
Oh, she's gonna add the blue.
No.
That's
No, the
fine.
green's
You can
pretty
add the
heavy.
blue. I agree. It would be sufficient.
The
It would
green's
be
pretty
sufficient.
heavy.
It is hard. All right, let's go. Let's wrap it up. Upright rows, lat pulls. One more time. Feel the struggle. 10. Nice job, you guys. Remember, we're not coming over shoulder height. Elbows come out to the side as we come up. Core draws up and in. Good. Powerful exhales. Match that load. Good. Good, good, good. Nice. Rachel's wrapping up. We are coming into our lat pulls. Nice job, you guys. Nice exhale. Make the most of this total body by taking that challenge in these 3 sets you're going to see. Good job. All right. Nicely done. All right, let's come into some bicep tricep action. We're going to do a hammer curl 8 to 10. So thumbs are up. We're not flicking the wrist. Squeeze. Inhale, lower. So exhale as you come up, or you can, okay? Whatever works for you. You should have a good reference point of what you can lift for our curls after our first 6 weeks. And we're coming into an overhead tricep extension. Watch the ribs. So we need to have those ribs shifted back in line as we come up and over. Elbows are staying alongside our ears. So common mistake is here. Forward and squeeze. That's it. 8 to 10 of each of those. So pick a good weight to work at. You ready? Go ahead. Hammer curl 8 to 10. So we gave you a range depending on what weight you're working with. Nice job. The good part about doing our previous first 6 weeks is you got a really good idea of where you're at with weights for typical movements. We tested that in our 6th week if you were in that. That way, when you come into something like this, no, we're not chasing PRs, but we can still pick up challenging weights. So we got that overhead tricep extension. Rachel, will you turn sideways?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. That way we can talk about her nice stacked form, ribs over pelvis. Always going to remind you of that. Remember, if we want our core strategy to work with us with the least amount of thought, we prioritize that alignment first. I'm going to come, go ahead, lower down, and then stay forward. There you go. It's easy to cheat that one little part. So if you have a mirror, yep, if you have a mirror, look at yourself in that sense. Okay, that's it. Let's rest. It's super simple to kind of, it happens. It happens to all of us. So watch yourself or video yourself if you don't have a mirror, and then check those form things. AKA, it'll start to feel a lot harder. Pumping through like 40 and 50 pounds. Yeah. Okay. We are resting. We're resting a little bit longer. This, again, is your only bicep tricep.
So we gotta go
action.
heavier.
See, she's learned.
Gotta go heavier.
Jen can lead the workout. So you can go heavier. Okay, 8 to 10 curls again. So were your last 3 hard? By rep 7, was it hard? If no, you know the name of the game. Pick up a heavier weight or tack on some more reps, okay? So if you don't have those weights, maybe you're traveling. Maybe you're using somebody's weights who's only got 1 set. Add some more reps.
10.
Nice job.
Okay, 10 of these. I'll try to go heavier for this. We'll see.
All right, I like it.
Let's see if the form still stays on point.
All right, here we go. 8 to 10 on those triceps. They both got great form. Nice stacked ribs. Get that full squeeze at the top. Feel those triceps. That full extension. Nice job, you guys. Really focused body part work. They're both wrapping it up. Oh, I left my timer. Okay, only one more time through on these.
Yeah.
Was that doable, Jen?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
doable.
I like it.
It's good to progress up.
It is. Yeah, I mean, really, you don't, like, if you show up to do it, you should, like, make the most of your time, right? That doesn't mean you have to kill yourself every workout. There's a difference. There's a difference between, like, showing up and hitting the right challenge point so that, yeah, you made the most of your time. Doesn't mean you need to be on the floor, like, dying.
Does it matter when you're doing the extensions which V it is, like right over left or left over right, or should you alternate?
Where you hold the weight?
Yeah.
I guess I guess it depends on the size of your dumbbell, because if it's big enough, then they wouldn't even overlap,
Right.
but it shouldn't. I mean, I guess maybe in your head you might want to just like alternate so it doesn't like feel as funny, but we'll just tell her to pick up a bigger dumbbell so they don't overlap.
They didn't on the second one.
All right, let's get back into it. One more time through hammer curls. Then we hit that tricep extension. We get some core work right after this. And then a fun little 4-minute Metcon. Nothing too intense. Good job. Curls for the girls. Good job. Nice hammers. I like it. All right. Last time, tricep. Keep those elbows framing the ears. Nice job. You know that they're feeling tired at this point. So what I like to do is I think about the most common form mistakes and I make sure in my head I check myself for those first. So I check my rib cage and then I check that those elbows are tracking. 9 times out of 10 I can make a micro adjustment that makes that just a little bit harder. All right, great job. We're gonna come into a core superset. We are going to come down to the ground. We're gonna do some straight leg raises, which is pretty advanced and challenging. Jen's gonna do that for you. She's gonna come up and then she's gonna keep those legs out and extended. Now, I personally even struggle with something like that. I start to notice I get some doming and coning if I go too far. So even in this advanced version, your modification is going not as low with those straight legs, or you're gonna watch Rachel and she's going to do a partial curl up and then come out. So decreased range of motion with bent knees is gonna help control that intra-abdominal pressure. We flip onto our side, we do some hip dips. 8 of those, you're gonna see this mod. Okay, so we are doing 10 and 10. See how we made it easy for you again? 10 and 10. Jen's doing the full thing. Rachel is going to modify on both of those. All right, go ahead and get to work. Focused core work. Again, if your head is down, that's actually totally okay. That's the easier version. Jen, again, struggles with vertigo, but this is the harder modification anyways, is to elevate that head. So monitor your midline. Exhale as you draw in. And then come on up. Again, maybe don't go as low if you get that doming and coning. Nice job. All right, come on into our side plank hip drops. So make sure your elbow's underneath your shoulder and then lift and lower, straight up and down. So watch that rotation that can happen through the shoulders. Nice job, Jen. She's gonna flip around. 10 on the opposite side. Love me a good side plank. Rachel's flipping around. She's doing the modified. That knee down. So if you've been with us since foundations, you've seen these since the beginning. Nice job. Lots of glute med work happening for you. Glute med is pelvic stability. Glute med helps our pelvic position find a neutral. Super important. You're always going to keep seeing those things. I love side planks. Side plank might be one of my favorite exercises. You can hit some rotation, the abduction. You get the shoulders working.
I like it with a shoulder press.
You can do the shoulder. You can hold the side. You guys seen those? The lateral arm raises, like
Yeah.
the side row.
The side row with like even just like a lightweight.
Yeah, yeah.
Or an arm. People have those armbands.
Oh, those the bangle thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never used those. Yeah, I just feel like, especially on total body days or at the end of like an upper body, it's just a fun little low load spice. So we're doing that 2 more times, and then again, we have a quick Metcon. You've done it before, actually, so nothing new to you, just a fun little challenge to finish things up. All right, guys, let's go back onto the ground. Leg raises. So again, Rachel is doing this mod for you. Bent knees. Check your midline. If this becomes too much for you, I want you to just hold and do an alternating leg tap. Yep. I like Rachel was paying attention. She's monitoring her midline to see that there's a little bit too much pressure. And to take that alternating leg extension. When you've got your 10, we come into our plank hip drops. Lift and lower. So exhale as you lift up, core follows and draws up and in as well. Nice job. I like that Rachel's got her hand on her hip. I taught you that in the very beginning. You can feel that core, make sure it's activating, as well as pay attention to if you're kind of finding any rotation through that thorax. Nice job, Rachel. Good job. All right, guys, let's rest, and then one more time through on those. Watch out for that band. It happens all the time up here. Oh, man.
No more pull-ups till failure. Surprise.
What's she talking about? We would never. They didn't, I think when I was telling them about the workout, I did not see it on the screen. And so then, oh, sorry, you guys have to do these to failure. As many as you've got in you.
Still working on surpassing.
You know, maybe
my
we
number.
purposely did it so we didn't get you
Yeah,
in your
for sure.
head. Because then, Jen, you surpassed it. You did 11. Didn't you?
Yeah.
At least you didn't do Cindy. Just endless pull-ups, push-ups, and squats. All right, guys, last time through on this, your core. Really work that exhale through that full extension. So when those legs are as far away from your body, you can see Jen drawing in a little bit more. That's super hard. Super duper hard. Good job. All right, hip drops, hip dips, whatever you want to call it. That fulcrum is coming from the hip. Nice job. Get your left glute med going, Jen. Everybody's left glute med's lazy. Good job. We've got about 5 more minutes in our workout. Perfectly coming in right under 40. Short, sweet, to the point, all body parts. What more could you ask for? Okay, guys, we're doing a Metcon. It's 4 minutes long total. We are calling, you've seen it before, we're calling it the squat slayer. Told you we'd have a couple of holiday things coming in. So you are going to front rack here, and we are going to squat for 30. I'd like you to try to get some speed and power with a heavy weight because this is our finisher. Then you're gonna drop front rack just 1. Okay, try to get that movement and speed going. Drop body weight. 30 seconds of each of those. You get a minute to rest and then you do it one more time. When we front rack the single, we'll just switch back to that other arm that you didn't get to load. That's it. Squat slayer. Slay the squats.
30 seconds?
30 seconds in each of those movements.
Okay.
So basically you have a minute and a half of squats.
Straight. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but the last 30
But you're
body.
decreasing your load every time, and so
Yeah. So it's easy.
it's easy.
It's basically easy.
It's basically we did. Yeah,
Basically.
you're welcome.
Basically easy.
You're welcome.
So front rack 30. Okay.
30 seconds. I'll tell you. You just squat, 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 squat. I'll tell you when to drop a weight. Ready? Yep. All right. 30 seconds. Double front rack squat. Try to get some speed and power. So it's a Metcon. We're gonna try to get our heart rate up through the combo of movement and resistance. So how fast can you move with good form? You'll start to move a little faster when we ditch the one weight, and then especially body weight. You've got one more second. Go ahead and drop one weight, and then really quickly get right back into it. So that single arm front rack, keep going. 30 seconds here. Nice job. Unilateral core work, really sneaky. Anti-rotation happening. Good job. Good news, go ahead, drop that weight. You've got 30 body weight squats. You've got this. This is nothing. And feel good to drop that weight. Keep your butt low, still hit that depth of squat. See if you can pick up some speed here with good form, but really power on up through that. You get a minute to rest, and then you've really only got 1.5 more minutes of work in your day after that. Keep going. I'm taking you all the way through that 30 seconds. Power on through. Nice job. Okay. What do we think about that?
That's no joke.
Yeah,
Is that called harder than it seems on paper?
No, I just think it just depends on
Just
what weight
the
you're doing.
consistent of doing it. But it's, yeah.
All right, guys. I like it. Good job. We're taking a full minute to rest.
It's
Challenge-
heavy. Definitely, I'm at a good. It's
Good
a
weight.
heavy weight.
Good weight. They're done. They said no more. Shut your mouth, Caroline. Got another minute and a half of squats.
yeah.
I guess I sort of fibbed. I did not mean to. I forgot we had this Metcon when I told you about your goblet squats. Although you've had sufficient time to rest, so I don't feel that bad about it. But don't skip it. It's fun. It's a good challenge.
Get your heart
You want to get your heart rate up real quick at the end. You can do that with these weights. We have like 9 more seconds, so.
Why does the break go by so fast?
Yeah, right.
Because then it means you worked sufficiently. I like that you said that. So now you're done. And pick those weights up. You've got it. 1 minute and a half. This is nothing. Go ahead, get to work. Double front rack squat. 30 seconds. Nice job. Keep that depth. So get that butt low, just like you started with. I want you to try to hit that depth the entire time. Keep your breath moving. Job, you guys. Good news, drop one weight. Go, 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 go. Get it right back into it. You switched arms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Switch arms. Switch arms. I forgot to tell you. Nice job. Use that exhale. A mix of resistance. So we move some weights. We get a little cardio here. The best part is coming up. In 2 and 1, drop it. Body weight squats. You've got it. 30 more seconds of work in your day. Keep going. Keep going with your power. Keep going with your depth. You will feel better for it when you're done. Embrace that challenge. Maybe surprising yourself with your stamina and endurance that you've built. Good job, Jen. And that's a wrap. Woo! Good job, you guys. Look fun. You guys did great. Nice job.
Rach.
You too.
High fives. Okay, come on down. This is Jen's favorite part. Runner's lunge. Come on, Jen.
Oh, yeah, that's this.
Let's cool down. Bring one leg forward. I've got my right leg forward. And I'm going to extend my leg off of the ground. And I'm going to reach my chest forward. And we're just going to breathe for a moment. Okay, long, slow exhale. Start to settle your heart rate. I know easier said than done. I wasn't the one doing the workout. But don't skip the cool down. We'll get you done in under 45 minutes for a total body workout, which is pretty darn good. Good way to go through the holidays. Good. Go ahead and bring that knee down. Come on up. Give a little quad stretch, reaching for that ankle. Nice tall spine, so we don't want to be here. Find some length through that quad. And then, good. Switch. Step that leg back. Come on up. Nice slow lunge. Obviously, if there's anything else you prefer to do or that you feel that you need, please do so. We're just going to make sure we hit a nice mix of that total body. We didn't hammer any one body part in particular. Go ahead and lower. Come on up. Grab the ankle. You can always pop into the mobility library. Get some breath work going to help bring that heart rate down if you have the time. It's really good nervous system training for the holidays too, depending on what you're dealing with. We all know how the holidays can go for some people. So take that time, breathe, release stress, come on down. We're going to thread the needle, hands and knees, reach an arm up, shoulder and forehead to the mat, and then square those hips. So we're twisting between the shoulders. Bring some breath into the pelvic floor. Good. Release and unwind, reach up, and then switch. Opposite arm up, and thread the needle. So when we come back to our parasympathetic, we prioritize more rest and digest, which is more than what you think it is. So it's relaxation, it's blood flow, it's prioritizing digestion, it's decreasing tension in muscles, it's not prioritizing pain pathways. So don't forget about those things we started with. Release and inhale as you reach up. And then let's come onto our backs. Let's take a happy baby. So I'll turn sideways so you don't get a real good rear view of me. And then go ahead and either grab the feet or the backs of the knees. Wherever you're at, you want to be able to get your tailbone flat. So if you grab the feet and your butt's up like this, grab the knees. And then take some breaths into that triangle. I like to start wide, and then sometimes I come narrow, so I get a little bit more internal rotation a little bit. Good. Go ahead and release the feet. Grab your knees. Bring your forehead up, and then rock and roll. Massage out that low back. Pop on up to a seat. That wraps up our total body day. We look forward to seeing you in the next one.